Hello everybody. So this video will be on Mohammed bin Salman, the asshole prince of Saudi Arabia, who Trump cozied up to. They have some sort of a deal and agreements, and this asshole came here and he was like, I think on 60 Minutes. Anyways, he posed on this on the USA mass media, and as this, he wanted to pose as this liberal thing, like he's gonna liberate women, he's a progressive, he gave women the right to drive and shit like this. And now what he's actually doing, this is all just a facade, this is all just something to win, to play the charming card, to win the confidence of people so that he can do more bullshit in his country. And now, right now, he has just arrested the country's most prominent and respected women's rights activist and is charging them with treason. The women's rights accounts on Twitter in Saudi Arabia that are still online are being flooded with threatening messages from all sorts of Twitter accounts. It's an organized, orchestrated, premeditated fear campaign to shut down the women's rights movement within the country. Some other women's rights activists within Saudi Arabia are scrambling to delete their accounts because they're afraid they're next. Several activists outside Saudi Arabia are now considering whether it's wise to return at all. Travel bans have also been issued against the families of the arrested activists, and the families are also being surveilled and are banned from speaking to the media. This level of assault on these activists is unprecedented. Even the most severe previous crackdowns by the Saudi regime didn't go this far. The more legitimacy and praise Mohammed bin Salman gets overseas, the more he guts Saudi civil society. Mohammed bin Salman's intention is to make another round of arrests, even further ones. This was leaked over a month ago, but we never expect him to go this far. I'm reading from Iyad al-Baghdadi. He's this prominent figure in the Arab Spring, and I go to him for information. He's really a reliable source, so I'm gonna link him down below in case you are interested. So arresting women was always seen as shameful. Arresting them on the first day of Ramadan, it's unprecedented and breaks so many social taboos. This is the Muslim equivalent of nabbing people on Christmas Eve. Meanwhile, the official Saudi news agency released a short cryptic statement saying that 7 persons have been arrested. No mention who, when, or whether this refers to or includes the activist mentioned in this thread. Reason for this arrest given is like the bullshit they say is like it's organized work to overstep religious and national boundaries, communicating with foreign bodies for support, recruiting people in government positions, endangering the country's safety and stability, harming national unity. This is the bullshit that they came up with. The last time that the women rights activists were arrested for driving in Saudi Arabia, they were charged with terrorism. This time they seem to want to charge them with treason. So Mohammed bin Salman wants an obedient and pliable population that doesn't have an opinion of its own and doesn't seek its own interests or rights. Towards this, he wants to strangle Saudi civil society. This way, Mohammed bin Salman gets to present his reforms as a gift granted by the all-benevolent ruler rather than a result of a dialectic between power and activism, or as a result of the work of activists. Mohammed bin Salman wants a subdued society that doesn't resist or dissent. Like all these fuckers, though, from the Emirates also. The most important thing to remember is that this wave of arrest is happening because of Mohammed bin Salman's Western charm offensive and not despite it. His charm offensive is what enabled him to move on these brilliant, brave people with such confidence. This is what happens when we turn a light away from a dictator's abuses. Their abuses multiply. When a dictator is reforming, is when we should push him on human rights most. It's not a chance to give him a break, it's a chance to push him even harder. Okay, so right now, so there are 7 people, including 5 women's rights activists activists, um, and they're being charged with treason, as I said. Um, so the statement that Saudi gave, accusing the arrested women activists as transgressing religious and national foundation, should remedy anyone under the illusion that the Saudi national direction is liberal. Yeah, so that's the news that I got on this asshole. Now let's try to do a reading. So see what Trump does, like when he does this, when you appease these dictators, you embolden them to do even more fucked up shit. So this is a result of Trump's policy. They know that they have Trump wrapped up their little finger, and this gives them power and emboldens them to do whatever the hell they want to make sure people are obedient and that they don't lose any ground. Anyway, so let's see. What's the current situation with these activists? At least 5 women, prominent figures. And this fucker, look what he's doing. He's cracking down on true feminists, on true women that actually really fight for liberation and for empowerment. And he's posing and as this women liberator and is giving them rights just because he allowed them to drive. But actually, in true feminist, he's doing this. He's accusing them of treason. Because these people cannot afford, these dictators, they cannot afford powerful voices. They cannot afford activism of any kind. They want people to obey whatever they want to whatever they want them to obey. Anyway, so now let's do... Man, this fucking Trump. This is a result of his fuckery. Now let's see what's the situation with the women, and not just women, with all the people that got arrested, all the activists that got arrested. Raif Badawi, it's also, he's in prison. He's this, he was a blogger, I think, an atheist, and he's still in prison. He's being flogged. He's being, man, these fuckers, like. So they're worried. There's a lot of worry. Trump. It's because of fucking Trump. He's printing this. This gave Mohammed bin Salman the power. He's being supported by Trump, and this gave him the power to gut any form of activism. The truth is coming out, and this is like the women, the female energy. So right now it kind of shows it's because of Trump. Trump has like a major say in this. He gave in a way, the way whatever dealings they made, whatever agreements they had, this gave him more power to act and crack down on these people. And now they're worried, the women, and not just women, the activists, but this is like the female energies, and a lot of them are women. The Queen of Cups, they're extremely worried. And this is the truth. The truth, the sword of justice, wanting to cut through. This is at stake. It's because of this, because they were fighting for the truth and justice. So this presents the situation at this present moment, and the card showed up that yes, Trump has a big say, a big role in this. It's his fault. This is what you get for appeasing dictators and from want to make out with dictators. Actually, I think his dream is to turn USA into a dictatorship. That will be his ultimate fantasy. Let's do one more reading. What's to be expected for them? No one's perspective. What can they expect in the future? Is there any hope for them to be released? Will there be any pressure? Let's see what's in the future. Again, Queen of Pentacles, this could be like the female energy, the females. There's a lot of pressure put on them. There's a lot weighing down on them. There might be, I think they'll be forced to make some sort of a compromise. They'll be forced into this. Six of Pentacles, the compromise and dealing and understanding. They're over emotional. So I think, I'm not sure, there is a possibility, but they'll have to make some sort of a compromise. And there's a lot of pressure put on them. So they're gonna try and persuade them or force them to, I don't know, to shut them up, to something like this. So there's gonna be a lot of pressure put on them. And they're gonna try to make a deal with them.